Hi everyone!
Hi.
Today we're going to be making some cinnamon rolls. You like cinnamon rolls?
Yeah.
Yeah, my family loves cinnamon rolls. So we're going to show you guys how to do it. It's a very basic recipe. I use this recipe for all of our bread, when I make buns, when I make rolls, when I make donuts, cinnamon rolls, monkey bread, all that is just the recipe that I use every single time. Yep. So we're going to show you guys how we make it.
So first you're going to add 1 cup of warm water.
2 1/4 teaspoons of
Yeast.
dry active yeast. Or if you don't buy yeast in bulk, you can just use 1 packet. Next will be sugar. We're going to use
A raw sugar?
Raw sugar is what we normally use. You can use any kind of sugar. You can use honey, you can use maple syrup. I've done all of that and it works just fine. So, what'd you put in? About 1/3 cup. Alright, so salt is next, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. We're going to use Himalayan pink salt. That's what we always use for everything. So we're going to be adding oil next. We're going to use vegetable oil today.
In between about maybe 1/4 cup and 1/3 cup.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Next we're going to add our flour. We need 3 cups of flour.
I'm using all-purpose unbleached flour. That's usually what I like to work with. So you're going to want this dough to be very smooth and not sticky. You want to be able to work with it. So now that's all that goes into this. This is going to go in the bread machine. You don't have to use the bread machine. You can use your KitchenAid mixer and mix it with the dough hook. You can mix it all by hand. It's just super simple. I just like the bread maker just because
That's simple.
I don't know, I just use it all the time. That's how I always make the bread. And so I'm going to let that mix in the bread maker. I'm going to push it on basic bread setting and let it mix for about 15 to 20 minutes. Then I'll push stop, take it out, and put it in a greased bowl. And I already have a couple that I've already done. And we're making cinnamon rolls for our friends, so we're going to make a whole bunch of batches. I've done 2 actually. The dough is ready. I'm going to probably take half of it. Yeah, you can poke it down.
This is how we poke bread down.
You can't even see it. Alright, cut it in half and then we have a floured counter, so it's all ready to get rolled out. You can see about half. Oh, perfect. Pop it down. Set that up there. It's easy to work with. It's not too sticky, so it's just right.
Rolling pin.
Rolling pin. Yeah, we're gonna roll this out.
Okay, so we have the dough all rolled out. Now what we're going to do is we are going to put butter on it.
Yep. So I have a stick of butter, and I'm not sure how much butter. This is all just go with how it looks. I never measure, so I'm just going to dump the butter on it.
The more butter, the gooier. So like the softer your cinnamon rolls will turn out. Sometimes.
Sometimes the gooiness comes from the brown sugar.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna smother this with butter all along it, the whole thing. A nice, good layer of butter. It's gonna go through quite a bit. At least a whole stick for this batch.
It's almost like morsels.
And I have it, I have the dough pretty thinly rolled out.
The next ingredient we're going to put on this is brown sugar. So,
No measurements, again.
Nothing.
grab a handful, pour it on. And I just like to have a nice thin layer of brown sugar on the whole thing. I'm gonna say, what is this, 3 cups? Oh, maybe not, maybe 2.
2, I'd say 2.
Ooh, that looks good. Perfect.
Okay.
Now, cinnamon. And there's no measuring to this. I buy cinnamon in bulk, but I have this shaker that I just keep refilling all the time. And I'm just gonna shake the cinnamon in a nice thin coating over the whole thing. There it is. Now, to roll it up. Just start at one side and roll it tight. I like to have lots of rolls in my cinnamon rolls, so we just keep it real tight, not loose.
What we find is the easiest way to cut it is with a little
Thread.
spool of thread.
It's the way my dad did it, and I think it's the way his mom did it. And so yeah,
It's generation.
I'll show you how this goes. Okay, so I just kind of work it under it, and then cross them over and cut. And do it again. And I'm probably making this 1.5 inches. That's what your cinnamon roll looks like. And then you can use, I've heard people using dental floss, like the unflavored dental floss, or you can use a knife. A sharp knife would work too. Alright, once you have them in your pan, you're going to want to press the center down, because when they bake, the center is going to want to rise out of there. So I just take my fingers and press it down real aggressively. So we're going to let these rise for about 30 minutes, and then we will put them in a preheated oven, 350 for 20 minutes, 25, depends on the oven. I was gonna show you guys the cinnamon rolls after they came out of the oven and after I had put a glaze on them, but the afternoon was getting late and I needed to deliver a meal to a family. So I was gone for a couple of hours, and when I came home to this. An empty pan of cinnamon rolls. So I don't have anything to show you, but my family really enjoyed them. I hope you enjoy them too. Let me know in the comments below if you try this recipe. Thanks for watching.
Ethan is 6'3".
This is Ethan. He's son number 2.